Hello, and welcome to HELLER. Let's start with a short tour, which should help us understanding better what makes this company so special with its more than 125 years of experience. Let's go inside. My name is Jérôme de Félion, and I will be your tour guide today through the HELLER company here in Nürtingen, Germany. I've been working here for 30 years, and we'll show you the way around. We'll start with this first station where we welcome our customers worldwide coming here to start demonstrating what all the abilities of HELLER here, such as our technology center here, where we train our customers here in our HELLER Academy, and of course also our future employees in our apprenticeship center. But let's start our visit with a little bit of history here, and we have to go up for this. It all started back in 1894 as a young man from this region named Hermann Heller started a new business with metal here in the very small town of Nürtingen in the south of Germany. We are at the end of the 19th century and railways are expanding in this area. Hermann Heller has a typical Swabian technician, we would say today engineers, always put things into question, into consideration. And while observing how people are working on the expansion of the railways, it comes back the next morning with a new design, a new invention, a device combining sewing of metals and vice to be able to create this railway cutting device using only one person instead until then now, and much more precise. And that is the beginning of metal cutting at HELLER. Now from this very small device to a machine, there's of course a bigger step, and it will not go from one day to the other. Hermann has a good luck having a brother also in town. His name is Ernst, and these two brothers will found by 1900 a new company here in Nürtingen, the Gebrüder Heller Maschinenfabrik, and building one of the most modern factory here in the area to start building metal devices. And of course, we're not only building a factory, something easy, using also very skilled people, as skilled as possible to start with, and of course, using machines. And one of the main things you would do at the time, you could of course buy machines in England or in America, very expensive, very far away, or you could design your own machines. Like this RB1 back in 1906 which will be one of the major machine tool here, a drill, a radial drill that would be used. By the way, this machine worked 70 years here at HELLER. So from a very small shop back in town, over a larger factory here, to an international and global acting group with factories in England, in America, in Brazil, and up to China, there is a long way going on. But this long way would not work without its people. And this is what HELLER really stresses on. The main force here of his business are their people. Highly qualified engineers, technicians, workers. The best thing to do about this is to start at a very young age and start with the apprenticeship. But you will see apprenticeship is one. But apprenticeship à la HELLER, this is something else. So let's go down. We just left the VIP area, but there are also very important VIP. These young people willing to ensure our future by going through a very, very innovative apprenticeship here at HELLER in Nürtingen. The whole area we have here is dedicated to apprenticeship, right at the beginning of our tour in Nürtingen. And of course, you would say apprenticeship since 1913 is something we can really proudly say that works just very fine. But HELLER is not really always satisfied with what's happening. There's more behind this than just going through courses and just even doing some exercise and examinations. There's something that we call the HELLER Learning Factory. Learning Factory is something, you need a product for it. Let's go inside. Round about 150 young people here of very different ages are learning different jobs which will be required to make machines, but also to operate machines. Every one of them, as long as they do a technical training, apprenticeship, or studies, will have to know one thing: how a machine runs. I call them my pilots, my metal cutting operating pilot. If we have a very short quick here, we see here one of the most innovative machine operating training room that you can find here on the globe, with these young men, all eventually even going through a different apprenticeship technically, but learning how to program, how to use a machining center, just the same as our final products. And of course, with a CNC control. We call these machines the Profi Trainer. And not only do they use them to train, they also make the design, the service. These machines are as their own product. And this all happens here in Nürtingen. So it's not just about technical competences, which we need, which we absolutely require to make the most dedicated machining centers or complete manufacturing lines worldwide on the globe. It's also about social competence. And of course, it's about entrepreneurship, understanding what entrepreneurship is. At the end of the day, after an apprenticeship time of around about 3.5 years, we will have young men and women, of course, which will be dedicated to their job. And these people are our future. They are the future people who will design and build our machines. They are the future people who will service your machines. And that's very important to us. You need people really dedicated to this, with teachers, with organizations, with budgets, with all step by step. As again, beginning from standard apprenticeship on metal cutting of all kinds, and not only apprenticeships, also students like these young people here going on what we call a dual studies. Very simple, conventional. They have started before with filing, that's for sure. And the idea is to bring them up to real big machines. Very interesting to see. As you can tell here, we have a machining center, original HELLER H2000 machining center. But the most interesting are components, such as this column of a profi trainer. She's not aware about it, but I'm coming. Hello, Verena. Hello. You are a test pilot. What you're doing here, a component for the profi trainer?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
This is your drawing here, and this is what you're supposed to do, and you're just measuring something.
Yes.
Okay. What year are you?
I'm
Second year, third year? In the third year already. So you're ready to go?
yes.
Ready to go to machining. That will be one of our next steps. Only making components, also assembling our profi trainer, such as the CNC components, milling, turning, and that's much quieter area here. I like it very much. Also, think of the CNC controls, learning how, and of course, it's not just about making this machine. It's also learning how to service the future HF 3500 all the way up to a crankshaft milling machine or a module line, for example. Let's have a look at the inside, the manufacturing of components, the use of our machines.